For today's video, we are going to be focusing on how to execute a jab. And we're going to put it together thinking about beginners. We're not going to be going about all the fancy things you can do. And this is still very good for anybody who's intermediate or advanced to go back and think about the fundamentals of the jab. What make it so very effective? Very first thing, in case you're confused, is a jab is the arm that matches the leg which is in the lead. Sometimes people think, oh, the left hand is the jab. And then they do a stance switch and they still think this is the jab. No, this is my jab. And now this is my jab. That's how you know which hand is going to be the one which is leading. This is the finder punch, right? It gauges range. It sets up the power punch where you have more rotation. So very first thing that we should be looking at is our hand positioning. Should be somewhere between hands touching the cheeks to hands touching up to the forehead. Elbows never flared out. That's our position. Now from here, what we're looking to accomplish is to take the two knuckles, put them straight out to our target, and then right back. That's all we're looking to do. Straight out, straight back. But some of the more important elements are, number one, making sure we're getting shoulder rotation. We do not just want to extend the arm and forget about the mechanics of the body. Very similar to if you're thinking about how would I throw a ball? Do I throw a ball long distance by doing this or by getting the whole body into it? We want the whole body to move into this punch, and that even means that the feet can have a slight rotation if I want. Now, point number two, we do not want that elbow flaring up. If the elbow flares up before I punch, it exposes my body, compromises my head, and lets my opponent know that I'm going to be snapping out an attack. I want to keep this elbow in tight, rotate the body, throw that lead shoulder in front, and only then worry about that extension. That is two fundamental things of the jab, which will make it so much sharper. Now, word of caution. Many people, when they are throwing punches, especially when they're learning, they don't understand hyperextension. Hyperextension is when this joint here extends past what is comfortable. My arm does not need to go straight for this punch, not completely straight. This is completely straight, and I stop it about there. See that small difference? So as you throw, if you extend your arm fully, you hyperextend, you're going to start to get real pain in here. After might be 50 punches, it might be 500, but you're going to start to feel it. You can do thousands of punches very fast if you stop just a little bit shy. Bear that in mind. It's going to make a world of difference. Now, when we are thinking about executing the perfect jab, we have to understand how far does my arm need to go to create massive damage. We do not need to think, okay, this is my target and I need to lean forward and really aim through. No. Whatever the target is, aim just a couple inches through. So I'm essentially just going to here, from there to there. That in itself is enough to damage somebody, to hit them and potentially break a nose, get a nosebleed, to potentially hit them and rock them, or just to distract, to set up the real power shot. So when we're thinking about how do we throw this, it's not about, oh my gosh, lots of power. It's about that snap and that little follow through on the target. That is how we go about executing. Now, making sure that when we execute this jab, the head does not lean forward. It stays neutral between the feet. That is so important. We find range with our legs. That is where we distance ourselves. If I want to hit the poster of myself right there, I don't lean my weight forward. I move my feet so I can throw correctly. I rechamber and then I regain my distance. So always move your feet accordingly so you can get to that correct spot on the target, then snap your punch, and then get your hand back to your head. And the hand returning to the head is always going to be so important. Now here are a couple other mistakes that people make. Very common one. When they hit the target, the hand rolls down before returning. And people go, yeah, look, my hand is coming back to my head, so I'm doing it right. No. The difference between straight back and rolling down, the rechamber time is dramatically different. Think hit, straight back, hit, straight back. And if you're really trying to get this down, you can even put this hand here a couple times and just think, okay, I'm staying above this arm. I'm not letting my hand drop and hit it. In addition, the other arm is very important. What is this arm doing? Because whenever I throw a punch, I have to remember I'm compromising myself on this side. I'm unable to completely protect myself here. Now, of course, you can keep this shoulder high, which is very important. We don't want to punch like this. We want to keep this shoulder high. But if I let this hand drop as I throw, I'm now compromised on both sides. So I keep this arm here, this arm neutral, elbow tight, hand up, and this arm over here doesn't need to do anything aside from stay in that nice, safe position. And as I work my jab, I just go, this hand's stuck. It's stuck to my head. And the amount of difference this makes in how protected you are is massive. Now, if you're looking to improve the jab or learn the jab, you take all the points I just gave you and you start off slow. You just go, okay, elbows tight, hands high, shoulder rises up, elbow doesn't flare, extend out, pull back. And you start slow. Slow, take your time. Make sure you're not extending this arm too far, right? That little bend in it, just to keep your elbows safe. You just start slow. As you start to get comfortable with that motion, you just, okay, a little faster, a little faster. And as you get better and better, you can go a little bit quicker, but don't jump into, okay, first time I've ever thrown, and I'm just gonna try and snap, because that's when you make mistakes, and mistakes lead to bad habits, which are very hard to correct. It's always better to have the fundamentals down early and add the speed after. So there are some very great tips for anybody who is a beginner, or again, intermediate or advanced, looking to brush up on the jab. That's all you guys need from me. Thank you for joining. I'll see you back here soon for another video.